Good morning, students. We are taking the economics today. We start with the microeconomy. So, first of all, economy. Economic is a subject which deals with the study of the economic activities. Economic activities of an individual or of an institute or of a state or of a country. Now, next, what are the economic activities? Economic activities are the activities which are related with the production, consumption, expenditure, saving, investment, distribution, banking, whatever etc. are the activities, all these activities are the economic activity. Now, next, types of economy. Regarding the subject, there are different types of economy. Primary sector economy, secondary sector economy, tertiary sector economy, and when we divide it with the region, locality, it is village economy, it is a regional economy, it is a state economy, it may be a district economy, it may be an international economy. So regarding the locality, it can be divided. Urban economy, rural economy. Next, function of the economy. Economy play different types of function in the life of person, society, or a nation. It evaluates the development, it evaluates the progress, it evaluates the best utilization, it gives us to make a prudent decision regarding the economic activities and in our daily life. So studying the economics is very important in our life. Again, next, economy is a cyclic process. Economy never rests at any particular point of time or particular point of stage. Economic is a dynamic subject. It always moves ahead with the pass of time. It makes development, sometimes recession, but the activity of the economy never stops. Next, origin, evolution of the subject of economy. In the Indian perception, economics is a very old subject. One Vishnu Gupta write his book Kautilya Ka Arthashastra in near about 326 BC. That Arthashastra in Indian perception was a subject, but with a broader subject scenario. In the Kautilya Arthashastra, political science, sociology, sometimes rules, regulations, law, public finance, economics, all the subject was included. But India was familiar with the subject economy. In the modern subject, economics is a new subject, and Mr. Adam Smith is known as the father of economics. He write one book, a journal, an inquiry to the nature and cause of wealth of nation. An inquiry to the nature and cause of wealth of nation, written by the Adam Smith, gives a milestone starting of subject. He defined the economic on the basis of wealth. He defined the economics as economics is a science of study of wealth. Economics is a subject of study of wealth. The country having more wealth is more rich, more stronger. He considered this wealth in a broader sense. He include gold, resources, land, cultivations, minerals, materials, and at that time cash was not available in the economy. So he says the country having more resources is more wealthy, and the more wealthy country is a more economic country. But He started the subject. That was a big startup of the subject. Next, a follower of Adam Smith, Mr. Marshall. Mr. Marshall comes and he defines the economy on the welfare motive, welfare concept. He says कि if the welfare is not used for the public, then it is not in economics. He says that if the king is very rich and very wealthy, his countrymen are not good, not rich, not developed, then we can't say that the particular kingdom or the state is a rich or a economic country. So he says that welfare is important with the wealth. Adam Smith wealth concept was developed by the Marshall in the form of welfare concept. He says that if the father is very rich and he is not distributing his wealth to the son, then we can't say that the family is an economic family. Next, with the Marshall, economic take a one step development, and Mr. Robinson comes. Robinson gives a scarcity concept, and he says that the economic is the study of how the man makes the prudent decision with the available resources to make his development. He says that with the limited resources, with the limited wealth, we can't make maximum welfare, because the wealth will be disabled after some time, it will be collapsed after some time. We have a limited wealth, and the population is generating more and more with the development of time, with the passing of time, people are growing. So he gives the scarcity. He defines the scarcity that wants are unlimited. They never ends. Wants regenerate after a short term or a long term of time. If I have a car, it will go with the 10 years, 20 years. After 20 years, I need a new car. He also added that resources for these wants, to fulfill these wants, are limited. And he further added in the last key, resources have a alternate uses. I have 1,000 rupees, so this 1,000 rupees can be used in a different purpose. I can pay my fees, I can purchase my books, I can bring the cylinder from that, I can bring kirana from that, I can pay the milkman for that. I have a multiple uses of this 1,000 rupees, and this 1,000 rupees cannot be regenerated, cannot be split into two notes. So the resources are limited. Resources have alternate uses, and with these resources I have to satisfy, we have to satisfy unlimited wants. So scarcity comes. In the further we will see that scarcity gives rise to the economic problem, central problem of the economy. Again, in the stage of economic development of the subject, one economist come with the name Samuelson, Professor Samuelson. Professor Samuelson added a new modern definition in the subject, and this definition still exists. He says that he measures the economic on the basis of development. He says that how man and society choose with or without use of money to employ scarce productive resources which could have alternate uses to produce various commodities over time and distribute them for the present and for the future among the people and group of peoples or group of societies. So he gives a complete definition that economics deals with the subject which studies how man and society choose with or without use of money to employ scarce productive resources which could have alternate uses to produce various commodities over time and distribute them for consumption in the present and in the past, in the future, sorry, in the present and in the future, to the people and group of societies. So he measures the economic on the basis of development. He says that though the resources are limited, though the wants are unlimited, and we have to make a prudent decision to employ the scarce productive resources to produce various commodities and distribute them not only in the present but for the future also in the people and group of society at the smaller level and at the bigger level. So he gives a modern definition, and it still is working. We study this definition only. Now, the important feature of this development concept was that he note that there is a scarce productive resources and there is a limited resources. These limited resources have alternate uses. Wants are unlimited, means there is a scarcity, and due to this scarcity we have to make the best utilization to make the faster economic development. Okay. So here we stop our first topic, development of economy.